Hey, what's up everybody? Dimitri of Cat Gaming here, and today we're going to go over something a little different. Within my friend groups, both in real life and online, I'm known as the person who knows where to get the deals, knows where to find the lowest price on something, and just generally hops on deals the quickest and gets things for usually a lot cheaper than they normally would be. Now, I use a lot of tools and websites to do this, and today we're going to go over a bunch of the ones that I use that I think that you will find helpful, whether it's for games or for computer hardware or for computer accessories or really anything off Amazon as well. We're going to go over a few of the different ones that I use, and if you guys found them helpful, just let me know down in the comments below. If there's anything that I missed that you use, please let me know and I'll make a new video and we'll update it. And you know, it's always great when people share the way that they save money as much as possible, because I'm a frugal man, not a cheap man, okay? I'm a frugal man, and I do a lot of research before I buy things. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to go over is a website called camelcamelcamel.com. And I know the name's a little funny, but this is a amazing price tracking website used for Amazon that tracks the price of products for as long as possible, as long as somebody has added it to a tracker at some point, or it's a popular enough product, they will have the pricing information on it. And it's a really good way for when you find something on Amazon that you want, and maybe you don't need it right away, you can take a look at the pricing history and determine, you know, do I want to spend the money at this current price point? Does it normally go a little bit lower? Is this just a recent spike? Because like, especially with things like coronavirus, a lot of retailers have been price gouging and like shooting the price of their items way higher than they should be. So this is a really great tool to make sure that you're not overpaying for something, especially compared to what it's normally supposed to sell for. So if we look here, this is just the homepage of Camel, and if you go and link it to your Amazon account through the wishlist links, it'll keep track of everything that you put on your wish lists, and you can manually add things to your tracker as well. So this is what the website looks like, but the best way to do it is actually to grab the browser extension, add that browser extension to your browser, whichever one you use, Firefox, Chrome, new Microsoft Edge if you're a psychopath. And now when you're on a product web page, you can click on the Camelizer icon here, and it'll give you a graphing history of the price over time, and you'll get the lowest, the highest, and the current, and then you can also set your own desired amounts here. Really great, really helpful. I do it all the time, and like I mentioned, you can also go and add your wish lists here. So you can go and add a wish list, you grab the URL, you add it in here, and it'll automatically add all of these to your tracked items. And in that, you can also set a rule on when it's going to notify you of a price change. So I have it set to set the desired price to the lowest price, and as long as it meets the lowest price ever, it'll notify me right away. So I use this quite a bit, and this is probably the most common way that I hop on deals. I add a lot of things to my wish lists, and not because I want other people to see my wish list, but I do the wish list for myself so that I can keep an eye on all these kinds of deals. And Amazon also does something where if you have something on your wish list and it goes on a lightning deal, you'll get an automatic notification, which is super helpful because I've bought a few things like that. For example, I got this great tool, the RAVPower File Hub, which allows me to transfer images from my SD cards right onto a USB wherever I am. This also is a mobile Wi-Fi hotspot, so if I go traveling and the hotel's trying to, charge me, $40 a night for Wi-Fi, I could just plug this into the Ethernet cable there and create my own Wi-Fi. And I got this on a lightning deal because I had it on part of my wish list. So a really great way to keep track of pricing and get notified of deals once they happen, and almost as soon as they happen. So another great website and tool that I use is called FakeSpot. So like I mentioned, I do a lot of research before I buy things, especially things that are, over $50 or so. But I really prefer trying to research things before I buy them, because I don't want to waste my money. I don't want to create garbage by something that's going to, fall apart or just break within a certain period of time. I try to focus on things that are quality, that'll last a little bit longer, and I'm more than happy to pay a few extra dollars for something that is of higher quality than something that's a little cheaper. But the problem with a lot of Amazon reviews is that a lot of them are faked, and it's not only on Amazon, it's on eBay, Best Buy, Walmart, all those big retailers. Certain stores will go and they'll pay people to write fake reviews, or they will give people free products as long as that person goes and writes a positive review on the product page. So FakeSpot is a really great way to help kind of weed those out, and although it's not always accurate, it is a really good way to analyze products, especially ones from brands that maybe you're not sure of or that you haven't heard of before. And on Amazon, that's very popular. And the really nice thing is, all you got to do is throw a link for an item into this analyzer. It'll go and it'll analyze it. If it's already analyzed that product before, it'll just go right to the page. And if not, it'll go through an analyzation phase. But again, if you get the extension, which unfortunately for FakeSpot is only available on Chrome, if you get the extension, you'll actually see their ratings right on the search page and on the product page once you open it. So if we go and open this up, it'll give me the FakeSpot review here, and you can get an idea of, how the reviews are. My only problem with FakeSpot is, especially on Amazon Canada, is that a lot of these sellers will copy over reviews from Amazon.com to Amazon.ca because they don't use the same review pools. Although it's starting to change, like you can scroll down on some product pages and see that, see more reviews, see international reviews, so it'll show you reviews from other websites. But this is a little bit more recent, and it does skew the answers, because if it notices that there's a lot of the same reviews or reviews that use the same type of words over and over again, it'll mark that. So unless you know the brand, I usually like to rely on FakeSpot. But for example, Vivo I know is a pretty good brand. They make some good stuff, so this C marking isn't really something that worries me all too much. But like I mentioned, it is a good tool, and if you go and throw the website into the analyzer, it'll give you a reason as to why it's giving it that review. As you can see here, it says the analysis is outdated, so you can go and reanalyze that if you want. It'll go through this process. As you can see here, they gave it a C again, and the biggest reason, what I can see here, is that 598 reviews were either altered, modified, or removed by Amazon themselves. And again, I'm pretty sure that's moving reviews over from Amazon.com over to Amazon.ca. On Amazon.com, that might be a little bit different, but it does mention 71% of the reviews are reliable. So that's one of the spots that you really want to focus on there. So another tool that I utilize that I'm able to use no matter where I'm shopping for the most part is Honey. I'm sure you guys have heard of Honey before. It's a really great way to find coupons that are available basically anywhere on the internet for places that you shop. And the nice thing is if you end up using the extension, the extension's really great because when you're checking out, it will say, it'll have a little pop down if it's available for that website, and it'll say, hey, check coupons for this website. You just click a button and it'll automatically run through all of the coupons that Honey has available for that website, and it'll apply the one that has the best discount for you. This is super easy if you don't mind companies knowing your shopping habits, because that's the way that Honey makes money, just like Rakuten and all those other brands. They're basically just gathering shopping data. If you don't mind companies having that, honey is a really great way to save a couple bucks, and you just add it as an extension. It automatically works, and as soon as you're checking out, honey will pop up and it'll say, hey, you want to check and see if any of these coupons work, and if they do, it'll apply it for you. Super easy. And recently they've added this whole honey bucks, where you'll get money when using honey, basically just like Rakuten works, and it's an easy way to just get a little bit more money if you don't mind the extra hassle of shopping through their website first. And if you can notice here, they've already got a whole bunch of coupons right on the front page that you can utilize anywhere. So really helpful, really awesome. I use it all the time, and it's one of those things where I just don't think about it because it automatically pops up when it's able to be used. So really great tool. And if you guys end up using my referral link in the description below, you'll end up getting 500 honey gold bucks. So if you're gonna sign up for it, it's basically like a $10 gift card. May as well use it. Link in the video description below. So while on the topic, websites like Rakuten are a really great way to get some cash back when making purchases. Again, if you don't mind giving them basically your shopping data, basically they're just gathering habits, like where people are purchasing from, all that kind of stuff. And if you don't mind that, they're a great way to get some cash back, but I really don't normally use it unless it's for a large purchase, and I'll show you why. So as you can see here, some of the cashback amounts are so minimal, I don't really find it worth it to try to go and navigate through their website to get cash back. If you do a lot of online shopping, it's definitely worth it, because obviously things will pile up. But normally I will end up using Rakuten when doing like large purchases. So for example, when I bought my Dell monitors, Dell had a cashback of 12%. So when I bought the two monitors through Rakuten, I ended up getting, I think, just over $40 back, which is a relatively good savings, and you basically consider that like a discount when you're buying it, because that cashback goes right back into your account, whichever one you set up through the website. But you have to keep in mind that the cashback amounts change all the time. So although Dell was at 12% then, they're only at 2% right now. So stuff like this changes quite a bit, and you just have to keep on top of that and keep aware. If you don't mind going through the extra steps of trying to shop through Rakuten, because you have to basically search for your store, go to shop now, deal with the hassle of cookies if cookies are being a pain in the butt, because it'll tell you, and all that kind of stuff. If you don't mind doing that to get a little bit more cash back, Rakuten is a really great way. Again, as long as you don't mind basically giving people shopping habit data, which I'm sure most of you don't really mind, but I've got to warn you for it. Now, for anybody that's ever come to me for computer advice, especially hardware, you know that I use PC Part Picker quite a bit. One, it's very easy and very simple to use and build a computer outline, basically. And one of the best features about it is it tells you about incompatibilities, which I absolutely love. Makes it very easy, especially when you're trying to choose a cooler and a case, and you're unsure if the cooler will fit, or a really large graphics card, for example, in a smaller case. Things like that will tend to be issues. But one of my favorite features is the price tracker and the alerts. So if we go to an actual product page like this, you can see it'll tell you the price available at all of the major retailers. Unfortunately, it doesn't include mics. Oh, sorry. So as you can see here on an actual product page, it'll show you all the different prices for a bunch of different retailers. Unfortunately, it doesn't include Micro Center, but these are a whole bunch of like the big retailers. And if you can notice here, you have a price alert section. So you can take a look at the price history graph and kind of take a look at where the price has been hovering for a while. Choose something that makes sense, and they automatically populate one for you, and then you can set it. When you set it, it'll get added to this huge, well, for me, huge price alerts, and it'll tell you if it ever gets triggered or not, and you can reset it. It'll tell you the price that it's at. It'll tell you what you have it set to alert you, And these are one of the biggest ways that I hop onto computer part deals, because basically anything that I'm looking to get, I'll add a price alert for myself so that in case it goes on sale, in case it goes on a clearance, so on and so forth, I utilize this religiously. And as I mentioned, it's a really great way to outline, your current build, what you're planning to buy. And then from here, you can just go and open up an item and then go and throw a price alert on there if you want to. And if you're not in a rush to buy something, it's a really good way to save a few bucks when building a computer. For example, the last time I built a full rig, I saved about 500 bucks, either price matching or jumping on deals and kind of building it over the course of about a month and a half. But if you have it even longer, you can do it that way as well. A really good way to just save a few dollars, and especially on computer parts where they fluctuate in prices a lot and things go on sale, and just a really good way to save some money. So on to the gaming side of things, Is There Any Deal is hands down my most used website for finding game deals. Not only that, but if a friend is like, hey, I've been really wanting to play this game, do you want to buy it? First thing I do is I look on Is There Any Deal, because if I'm going to buy it right now, I want to make sure that I'm getting it for the lowest price I can, because I am frugal. If you look here at like Doom Eternal, Fanatical usually has some pretty great deals. Like if you could see, their lowest was like $36, but it'll give you every website that it's available for. The only thing is, if you are going to search for a game, you're going to get multiple versions, and sometimes you even get multiples of the same actual version but different listings, and that's because the websites are listing it with a different code. So make sure whenever you either find one right on the website on the homepage, or you search for it, make sure you look through everything to find the one and the version that you actually want to get. So on Doom Eternal's page, it'll actually show this just a little bit easier because it's the full page. You'll get to see the historically low price for it, what the current best price is for it, and then you'll get the whole list of games here on all the different stores. So for example, if we're looking at Doom Eternal, a relatively new game, you'll see the historically lowest price, the current best price, and then you'll get to see all the stores that's available on, the current price cut, what their lowest offer has ever been, and what the regular price is. Usually the regular price is the original launch price. A lot of places don't really change this price very often. So really just look at the lowest price, the price cut, and look at the historical low and see, $10 more than the historical low is pretty good. Getting the game for almost 60% off is not bad considering it's released within the last few months. And as well, if you scroll down here, you'll end up seeing a bunch of vouchers. It's a pretty great way. 2Game has a bunch of them here, but usually you'll see a lot of them for Green Man Gaming, you'll see a lot of them for Fanatical, and sometimes you'll get them for the Humble Bundle as well. So great way to buy games if you want to save a few bucks. And if you don't mind waiting, click wait for a better price. And once that opens up, you can either set it to be below the current lowest price, you can do it below the historical low, you can do a certain percentage off, you have a whole bunch of options, you can choose which stores you want to be included, where you want it to be activated, you get a whole bunch of options here. Great way to do it, and you can sign in to this via your Steam account, and it'll automatically add games from your wish list on here, and it'll notify you if there are any big sales on them. So another great tool for finding deals is using subreddits who are specifically focused on finding said deals. So Build a PC Sales Canada, Build a PC Sales, which is the US version, Game Deals, Video Game Deals, Xbox Game Deals, PlayStation 4 Game Deals. I'll leave links to all of them in the description below, but some of these subreddits are absolutely fantastic. They are very well moderated most of the time. They do a really good job of posting things up as quickly as they go up, and as you can see here, the actual stores a lot of the times post sales here for you. So, you know, there's a rep from Fanatical there's a rep from Flower Games, for example. If you see down here, there's a rep from Games Planet. So these are really great places to find deals on games. And if you want to, you can set up alerts so that every time something gets posted on one of these subreddits, you'll get notified. I don't recommend it, especially these big ones where they have, you know, like 700,000 people in here, and they're probably getting new posts like every minute. So I wouldn't suggest subscribing to those, but I would suggest, you know, maybe every couple days if you want, check them out. Game deals usually last a couple days. Hardware is a little more difficult because once it sells out, it sells out. So you may want to be notified of that somehow, or figure out a way to hop on those deals quickly. I, for example, am in the Build a PC Sales Canada Discord, and the Discord automatically cross-posts anything from the subreddit into the Discord, so I get notifications and I can see when certain deals come up and I can hop on them pretty quickly. Recently, for example, I picked up 2 of these WD Black SN750 drives, 1 terabyte with the heat shield on them for $100, which is an insane deal because that's 100 Canadian, so that's like $4 US. Really great deal, and I only got onto it in time because I was subscribed to the subreddit's Discord. So highly suggest it, especially for hardware. And you know, it can become a problem because, you know, you see all these deals and you want to hop on all of them, so you have to have some good self-control. Make sure you're not buying everything just because it's a deal. Remember, you're not saving any money if you're buying something that you didn't want to buy in the first place. So just because it's on sale doesn't mean you're saving money, because if you didn't really want it in the first place, you're just spending extra money that you don't need to. Another one that is really improved in recent years is actually Google's shopping tab through Google searches. I utilize this when trying to find different stores that have a product and trying to find the best price for things that are not computer hardware usually related, and things that are not directly on Amazon. I utilize Google Shopping to find other stores online. So for example, when I went to go buy this microphone, it was sold out almost everywhere in Canada and the US. But through Google Shopping, I was able to find a store on the West Coast that had it in stock and shipped it for free all the way over to me. Really great way to do so. And you'll see here, it's only listing one pod mic as an actual like listed item, and then it'll show you a whole bunch of related items. Definitely you can utilize this. It's a really great way to discover new stores to buy from, and if you're having trouble finding it in your usual locations, this is what I normally do. So if I can't find it in the normal stores that I shop from, I'll throw it into Google, I'll go to the shopping tab, and I'll see if there are any other stores available to me that I can buy from. And last but not least, my Discord. So I do have a deals channel. I try to post things that I feel will benefit the most people all the time, but I really don't enjoy feeling like I'm spamming people with things, so I try not to post in here too often. If people do want me to post more deals in here more often, I will try to. I try to keep them as international deals if I can, but if I do them region specific, I will try to mark it as so. So if it's a Canada only deal, I'll mark it as so. If it's an American only deal, I'll mark it as so. And everybody else is also, you know, able to post in here and be like, hey, I found this really good deal. You guys should hop on it if you want to. And for example, you know, we have the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate upgrade that I've outlined here, which a few of my friends have done recently. Really great. And this is what I mentioned. So people know me for deals and like hopping on good pricing and so on and so forth. So this is a place that I try to post deals and talk about deals and just talk about product availability and stuff like that. So if you go ahead and join the Discord, you can hop in here. And if you'd like me to post in here more, just let me know either in the comments section below here or in the Discord. Just at me and let me know. And so those are my most commonly used tools and utilities for finding deals, saving a little bit of money, and keeping track and being alerted of sales and deals in the future. I hope you guys found it useful. If you guys did appreciate it and end up using these, please let me know in the description below if you found them helpful. As I mentioned, if there's anything that you use that I haven't mentioned, please let me know. I'm always curious to check out new things, find new ways to find deals. So let me know in the comment section below, or hop in the Discord and let me know there. I'd very much appreciate it. But if you did appreciate the video, please consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, hitting that bell icon to be notified of all my future videos. As always, I stream on Twitch from Friday until Tuesday. Come check me out, come hop in the chat, say hello. If you want to ask me any questions about deals or about products maybe you're on the fence about buying, you're more than welcome to. I'd love to chat. Link in the video description below for that, and I'll see you guys next Friday.